there has been a very low this year. My most watched video of 2023, good and bad cars that I owned of 2023. I do believe that I was kind of missold a car there. Mistake buy, that was when I kind of was looking at my life. They screwed me over on that deal. One of my better cars I've owned this year. Some of the good ideas I thought I had at the time. But just to go on track, I'm mad to think that a lot has happened back in 2023. There might be something to come in the new year, so that's all I'm going to say. Hey guys, what is up? You join me in my abarth and we're here at home on the driveway to walkers, bye to my neighbours. I'm going to look very odd sitting in the passenger seat of my own car talking to my phone. So today is Boxing Day as I'm filming this video, which means yesterday was Christmas Day. So for us, it was our first Christmas in this bungalow as we moved in here in July. It was also our first Christmas with our dog Buster, who is actually one today on Boxing Day, so a couple of big milestones ticked off already in this place of ours. And obviously I have uploaded this video onto YouTube after Christmas, so I hope you guys that support me had a great Christmas and I hope you go on to have a happy new year. I hope I have a happy new year as well. Personally, I didn't ask for kind of car parts and stuff for Christmas. I would rather buy them myself. Instead, I was gifted lots of clothes and trainers, which is really good for me. I'm happy with that. So normally a few YouTubers will do like a end of year highlights reel where you have to go deep within your archives of all your videos from 2023, pack out loads of little clips and put them all together. And to be honest, it's hard work, so I thought I'd do my highlights video by overlapping some photos. I'm doing the easy way out, but I still wanted to make a kind of end of 2023 video highlighting some of my best moments of 2023. We're going to talk about some of the good and bad cars that I owned of 2023, as there was a few but not as much as 2022 I believe, and just cool car memories that I've had in the year 2023. So let's do just that. Let's get on with it. So from a personal point of view, from my private life, personal life point of view, there has been a very low this year, and well, there's actually been two lows, but they've both turned into positive situations in the end. The first thing I'm going to talk about is the loss of my I don't like to talk about it too much. It's quite hard to talk about it openly. My beloved Staffy Tia had to put her to sleep in March of this year. Sudden thing. I did a whole video on that when I was proper sad. They do say time is a healer, and for us and for me personally, the way to make me heal faster from that loss was to go into getting another dog / puppy within that week. And then Buster pup, the Shih Tzu, came along. Really sad moment, unexpected loss of Tia, and obviously my first Christmas without her. It's mad. It's a weird one for sure. Sudden loss of Tia, the Staffy, sudden ownership of Buster the puppy. We also, a house move was forced upon us. As I say, we moved into this property in July through no fault of our own. We were told to move out of our previous rental property as she needed to sell up, hard times and all that. But luckily we managed to, for a friend of a friend, that kind of thing. My dad had some inside knowledge and he managed to move into this property. Yeah, we had to move out. That was a surprise and shock. The loss of Tia, that was a horrible surprise and shock, but through those negatives we've got through to the more positive situation that we're currently in. From a personal point of view as well, I've changed jobs twice this year. Mad to think that a lot has happened back in 2023. So at the start of 2023 I was working for Hendy, a massive family owned run dealerships. I worked for Nissan and Skoda. I left there to kind of go up market and work for a better brand. Work for another main dealer, better brand, more expensive luxury cars. Without going into detail, I just didn't really like the job. So luckily I managed to quickly fall into something that I've done before, which is really stress-free. It's a great job that I can wake up to every day and not feel stressed about going to work. So 2 job changes later, and yeah, I'm happy with where I'm in now job-wise. So personal life stuff kind of out the way. We're going to talk about YouTube wise for 2023. My most watched video of 2023, which is quite surprising, but this is what YouTube told me and I've got to believe it. Video of when my parents picked up their Citroen Ami from their local Citroen main dealer, of course, and I followed them home in my EP3 Type R I had at the time. Yeah, I just wanted to film the collection of them owning quite a rare car, and they are still quite rare, a very quirky car, a car in which obviously they still own. If you've recently watched my most recent video of my dad's collection, the Citroen Ami is still my parents' ownership. I am due to do another Citroen Ami video in the very near future, so keep your eyes peeled. Citroen Ami was my most viewed video of 2023, probably just because it's a quirky car. They're new cars, as I say, they're still unusual. People are intrigued, and that's probably why that video got the most views for me in 2023. Other highlights from 2023, I had, I think, 2 Driven 24/7 meets. So I'm just looking at my notes. My first Driven 24/7 meet was at, of course, Revo's Hub. That was back in February. That was really quite a big meet. That was a good turnout. Good weather from what I remember. Oh yes, and then we changed location and had another Driven 24/7 meet in March, and I've had people kind of get in touch and say, when's your next Driven 24/7 meet? I decided to kind of put them on the back burner. Nothing against the locations or anything, just from a personal point of view, I want to try and kind of build my numbers up more before hosting more personal meets in the future. However, there might be something to come in the new year, so that's all I'm going to say. And also another highlight for me this year was getting in with the Bad Abarth South Coast Club. And in February, I went to my first Bad Abarth South Coast meet, which is when I started getting people coming up to me, when you get another Abarth, you should get another Abarth. My head was saying different things to me like that as well. And obviously I bit the bullet later on in the year, and I've now got Abarth number 5, but we'll touch on that again. Been to a few Bad Abarth meets in 2023. Well, I plan on attending more of their events next year, and hopefully some other Abarth groups as well that I used to go to. I want to attend some of their meets as well when I can. I want to attend, and I've got this Abarth, some of the bigger Italian shows of 2024. That's what I want to do. And also Bad Abarth, I've also got some driving days kind of meets, convoys, which I'm really looking forward to. So good stuff to come in 2024 for sure. Another kind of event meet highlight was I took myself to JDM Coombe, so a JDM car event at Castle Coombe. Read between the lines, and that's what it is. And I took myself in my Honda logo that I had, my modified Honda logo, and I was on a club stand with Car Girl Culture, and I'd been talking to Georgina, who's one of the admin members there, and her other half Owen, kind of on the socials. Never met them in person, obviously always wanted to. And at this meet, obviously because I was on a stand with them, I managed to meet them in person. Georgina, she had her Nissan there, and she was like, look, I'm going on track for a parade lap, do you fancy hopping in? I was like, yeah, because although I am a car nut, I've never been privileged enough to like drive on track, even if it's a parade lap or racing. I've never done that before, so really cool. Like, it was a parade lap, so you're not meant to be going fast, but just to go on track and meet this girl in person, or lady, and get on with her in person, and then to have her invite me into a really lovely retro Nissan, and we're driving around Castle Coombe, which is really, really cool. So it made some memories there from a personal kind of friendship point of view, and then from obviously car reasons as well. So I've got my little post-it note here because I just want to touch on, I'm going to tell you the cars that I've owned in 2023. I'm going to kind of just quickly kind of reel off why they went and why I owned them, and some of the good ideas I thought I had at the time. So just to reel off quickly, I owned that Fiat Punto 45S. I bought that in January. I bought a Toyota Starlet S in March. I bought that Mazda MX-5 in March. I bought Vauxhall Corsa in April. The Honda logo I bought in April. I bought back my Toyota Carina E in August. I bought the Daihatsu Charade in August, and I bought my fifth Abarth in November. The Fiat Punto 45S, as I say, that it was a swap deal with the Type R. Anyway, the story's been explained before, but basically the guy took the Type R off my hands, gave me some money, and sold me what I thought was a mint Fiat Punto. Turned out it had well, I don't know what the problem is to this day. I sold it as a kind of spares and repairs car with MOT driving. It just had some misfire. I didn't know if it was a little minor issue or a big minor issue. I tried fixing it on my driveway. I tried fixing it myself, and the car wasn't having any of it. It just didn't want to run properly. So I do believe that I was kind of missold a car there. But I did sell him a Type R, which did need a few bits as well. So, you know, have some of that. So because I obviously lost confidence in that Fiat Punto, I sold it. I think I went into 2023 owning one of the Toyota Starlets, and I just so happened to buy another one. So Toyota Starlet S came along in March into my ownership. I've explained the story before, but I kind of found that looking abandoned. Ended up buying the car really cheap. I then had both the Starlets in my ownership at once, which was pretty cool because like one was better than the other, then the other one was better than the other. I like them both for their own reasons. Sold the Starlet S and kept the better one, which I thought out of the two, and then I ended up with no Starlet, so I sold them both basically and they were gone. Then I decided to take another plunge into MX-5 ownership. So I bought the MX-5 in March, bought quite a low mileage one, Nardi steering wheel, kind of beige leather, but I was just reminded of how they can go underneath old Japanese cars, a bit of rust and that, and it kind of put me off. So that was kind of short-term ownership really. So that was just starting the beginning of the MX-5 ownership. And then after owning a few quite old cars for quite a while, I found a cheap Vauxhall Corsa. I've never been a fan of Vauxhalls due to a personal situation that happened years ago with a brand new one I bought, so it's put me off. But I bought this Vauxhall Corsa and I kind of annoyingly liked it because it was a much more modern car than I'd been used to in my recent years, so I thought it was well flash, and I bought that cheap with intentions to sell on for a profit. That did happen, but I did kind of think, could I go down the road of modifying this basic Corsa for YouTube? Should I keep the Corsa? Because as I say, it was quite flash compared to what I'd owned previously. The Vauxhall Corsa went, but I would say that is one of my better cars I've owned this year. I didn't own it for long, of course, but I did actually like that Vauxhall Corsa, so that's one of the good buys I did do. Another good buy was buying the modified Honda logo. Different, it was a Honda, a rare Honda. Took it to a couple of shows, especially JDM Coombe. Another good buy. I probably paid too much for it in the first place, and then I put an exhaust on out of my own money, and then I had to sell it at a little bit of a loss, but it did go. Mistake buy, one of the many mistake buys of 2023 for me was buying back the Toyota Carina E that I'd owned previously. Bought it back into my ownership kind of cheap, sold it for a bit of money. That was when I kind of was looking at my life and was like, Amber, this is not a cool car. I could lower it like I'd always wanted to, but it's just still not a cool car, is it? Yeah. Another bad car I bought was straight off, well, whilst I owned the Carina E, was I bought it wasn't cheap. Bought a Daihatsu Charade, very rare car. In the photos it looked great, in person it didn't look so great, but I still bought it thinking I could make a big profit on it, to be honest. And then I thought, should I keep it, because it was a pretty cool car. Turned out like all the panels were dented. It was low mileage. Managed to sell it for a profit and I bought this abarth in November. So the highlight, Punto in January, bad buy. Starlet S in March, that was a good buy, like good buy. MX-5 in March, not so clever idea. Corsa in April, I like that. The logo in April, I like that. Carina in E, buying that back in August, not a good idea. Buying a Charade in August, not a good idea. Buying the abarth in November, very good, very nice, very good idea. But remember, before I bought this abarth number 5, I did actually buy another one, didn't I? And they screwed me over on that deal. But I believe in karma. Karma is a lovely thing when it happens, and it looks like that company is going out of business. So, you know, who's laughing now? You obviously needed my money more than I needed to spend it because you're going out of business now, and now you're going under. So it's a shame, isn't it, really? And obviously, yeah, here we have it. I'm sat in the bath number 5. Now, I've got many more videos to come. I've had more things arrive in the post for this car. You also see me unbox the MS racing bits that I still need to add on. Obviously, I'm just taking a little bit of time off over Christmas, so don't blame me, guys. But I see this car as, it's not a mint abarth by any means, because I'm quite picky and fussy, but I see it as a good base car for the bits that I want to stick onto it and add on to it in the future. So just wanted to do like a kind of highlights of 2023. As I've kind of already said, 2024, I want to go to some of the big abarth / Italian meets. I want to do some more car features. I've managed to do a couple in 2023, not as many as I'd like, but that's a me thing. Martin has his Focus ST in our family, in the household now, so that's a car I'm going to be filming more as well. Plenty more videos to come on the abarth, which is my bread and butter for the YouTube channel. Just want to go to some more bad abarth South Coast meets, try and venture into some other abarth clubs and their meets. I'd like to try and go to some, I don't know, maybe go a bit more around the UK, try and go to some other car meets and bigger meets, even if it's more modified meets. I want to go to them. That's kind of just want to kind of keep consistently uploading to YouTube in 2024 like I have done in 2023. Obviously want to grow the YouTube channel, because the more I grow it, the more I can hopefully hold on to this car, I'm not gonna lie. So we're gonna keep progressing with that really. So if you've got any highlights, or let me know what your best video that I've uploaded in 2023 was. Let me know your thoughts on some of my really bad and some of the good car buys of 2023. Obviously, I've had people say to me, are you going to own a car alongside the Abarth? Obviously, I'd love to, but I don't think that's going to happen. Might try and do a bit of hustling here and there, if you get what I mean, but not in terms of owning something alongside this properly. But for now, I'm just going to stick with the one car, be sensible, improve this. It's going to be a long road ahead for me in this car, and we're gonna get there bit by bit. Just wanted to say, I hope you all had a great Christmas. I hope you all go on to have a very happy new year as to when that comes. I've got some time off over Christmas to do this video. I want to film a couple of other little videos. Thanks for watching this one. That was my kind of highlights video of 2023. Kind of keeping it kind of easy to kind of make it easy for me to edit and all that. But thanks for watching this, guys. And I'll see you in another video, hopefully before the end of the year. Yeah, thanks for watching this one.